In this episode, we look at mathematics, sets. Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to a new school year. Can you imagine? You are now seniors. Colin Powell once said, "A dream doesn't become a reality through magic. It takes sweat, determination, and hard work." So, this year, if you work hard and never stop trying, you will be successful. Have an awesome year, my lovelies. The objective for this lesson: associate members of a set with the properties of that set. So they must have something in common. Identify members of finite and infinite sets. Engage. Which apps do you use the most? Do they all belong to the same group? Why? So we have Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, and WhatsApp. If you said all of them belong to the set of social media apps, you are correct. Now, select two apps that you consider to be similar. Well, I guess you can watch stuff on Insta and YouTube, right? You can send your messages. Well, you can send messages too on some of these platforms as well. So you can go ahead and explain what they have in common. Pay attention to that word. Explore. Observe these sets below and state whether their members could be counted or not. Here we have the items in this bucket. I guess we could count these. Let's look at another set. Sand grains in a bottle. Guess we could. It would take time, but I guess it's possible. The amount of water in the ocean. Students in the class. Possible. That's possible. Imagine being at the beach with your family and finding a bag full of shells. You notice that there are many different seashells in the bag. You decide to group them by color, size, shape, and even type. By doing this, you are creating different sets of seashells. Let's define a set. A set may be defined as a group of items which have something in common. The items in the set are called members or elements of the set. For example, the set of colors in a rainbow are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. Curly brackets, you can see them here. Curly brackets are used to enclose the members of a set, and a comma is used to separate the elements or the members in the set. So if we look again, red, comma, orange, comma, yellow, comma, green, and so on. Now, let's go to finite sets. Looking back at the bag of seashells, you were able to count all of them. Because you could count the total number of seashells, this set is a finite set. So a finite set is defined as a set in which all the elements can be counted. For example, all the students in your class, the teachers in your school. Once we can count the amount, it is a finite set. Now, infinite sets. What if I asked you to count all the sand or all the grains of sand on a beach? Could you do it? Of course not. This kind of set is an infinite set. An infinite set is the opposite of a finite set. These sets are uncountable because elements go on forever, or they are too many to count. Doesn't make any sense. So all the numbers in the world, infinite. The number of hair on your head, right? The number of trees in the world, the number of stars in the sky, they are all impossible to count. Now, you see this one about the strands of hair on your head? The Bible says that God knows every single strand of hair you have. So He can. Empty sets now. So we have finite. Those are the ones that you can count. Infinite, you can't count, or it makes no sense counting. What about an empty set? What if there is a set with no members at all? What do we call those? Have you seen a lion with 4 eyes or a unicorn in real life? I haven't. These examples are empty sets. Let's extend. Write whether the sets below are finite or infinite or empty. Primary colors, finite. Even numbers, this can go on forever. So infinite. Cars in the world, cars in the world. I would say finite. Does it really make sense counting them? Not so sure, but for now I'd say finite, because we could look at number of cars sold, and maybe we could come up with a figure. All right. Birds in the sea. Birds in the sea. We have seabirds. I don't think it would make sense trying to count them. Veins in humans. Tell me what you think about that one. Major religions in the world. That's finite. Political parties in Jamaica. That's finite. The major political parties. Okay. Independent countries in the Caribbean. Of course, this is finite. We can figure that one out. All right. Let's go with evaluate. Give a name that best describes the elements in the set below and say whether the sets are finite or infinite. So set I, its members are Suzuki Swift, Nissan Note, Toyota Corolla, RAV4, well, I see RAV6, Kia Sorento. So this would be a set of motor cars. Let's go with set J. German Shepherd, Bulldog, Labrador Retriever, Chihuahua, and Poodle. Dogs. K, set K. KFC, Tasty, Burger King, Mother's, Island Grill. This would be a set of fast food restaurants. Let's go with a half, a quarter, 1/5, 1/8, and 2/9. This would be fractions, a set of fractional numbers. Letters of the alphabet. This would be finite as well, because we know there are only 26. So we have 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15. But these 3 little dots mean that they continue. Okay, so this has to be infinite. Cars with 20 windows. That's going to be an empty set. Activity 2. Look around your home and school. Identify things that have common traits and group them together. Name your group and say whether they belong to a finite or infinite set. All right, so this wasn't so bad. Take the time, go over the topic here, sets, very important. And the ones that we would have a little doubt about, you give your reasons why you think they are finite versus infinite. Take care, and I'll see you in the next episode.